Hey kitty lovers, welcome back on my channel. Thanks for tuning in on Raw Statue Reviews. Today, as you can see, it's for the Catwoman 1/3 scale statue from the Arkham Knight line by Prime One Studio. So she was one of the last figures to be released in this line. And until she was announced, she was a really demanded character to be produced in the line. So Prime One probably knew this and kept her to the very end to keep the hype up for these statues here. And when she was finally announced and then available for PO, she was also pretty soon sold out on the Sideshow homepage. She was very well accepted back then, and well, I have to say that she lives up to this hype, definitely. So it's a very, very cool statue. For me personally, it's by no means my favorite statue of the line. So she is rather low on my list. This might maybe surprise some of you, but she is definitely on the lower end of my most favorite Arkham statue. That's for several reasons. First of all, I like the design of Catwoman in the Arkham games, but it's not my favorite. So I would really love to see a Hush Catwoman, for example, or a comic-style Catwoman. The design in the Arkham games is good, but it's also a little bit boring here. All black, the heads, so the face design here of Catwoman in the game is also not my favorite, to be honest. And the problem is also that we got 3 different head sculpts here for her, but all are pretty similar. So one is smirking, one has the goggles down, but there's no head that would have loose hair, so without the cap that she has on here, the hat. And there's also not a head sculpt which is not battle damaged, so without any wounds, which was a big fail and miss, I think, for Prime One not to include such head sculpt in this figure. Well, I mean, she was, of course, beaten up in Arkham Knight all the time because she was kidnapped by Riddler and stayed there almost the whole game until you finally save her as Batman in the game. But anyway, it would have been cool in statue form to also have a unbattle damaged head, and I would have loved to see her without the kitty hat here, just with loose hair and maybe a mask on or something like that. So that would have been cool. That didn't happen, unfortunately. Still, it's a really very good piece, as I said, and so let's jump into the review and let me show you all the details here of the statue. Well, the base is one of these traditional Arkham Knight bases, kind of this Art Deco design, golden 20s rooftop base with these Gothic windows down there and the pipes and the bricks. It's looking really good. I mean, it takes up this cat design here on the heads. Heads look good. I think they could have been designed a little bit better, and it's just probably a little bit too blunt to give her these cat heads on the base. I mean, it's nice. The biggest fail of the base is that it's just way too big. It just doesn't make sense. It's the only base in the Arkham Knight line that it has this kind of star form. Got the Batman logo here in the back, which looks good. It's a little bit set apart from the base, so it's pretty neat. But it's just too large. All the other Arkham Knight bases were just that big from here to there, and maybe this size. There were some larger ones from the Batman Beyond figure, for example, that had 3 heads here in the front, but then still it was not too large, the base. It didn't extend so much to the back. And this one here is just way too big for the statue. It's completely unnecessary, so I just don't understand why they have not given her the normal 2-headed base here with, well, they wanted to 2 of these cat heads, and that's it. So that would have been completely perfect for her and would have saved space. Anyway, other than that, the base is really well done. All the details here, of course, also on the surface of the base, these cracks, they look just really, really good. So Prime 1 is really good with these bases. I also like these reinforcement here of the rooftops, and of course these Gothic windows look great. Just a close-up here on one of the cats. The colors look really good. This bronze gold looks really nice. So then moving up the statue, very sexy boots, laced up to the top here, and then with the cat face clips, buckles there to hold them in place. Boots look really good. I mean, they are painted black. Laces are silver, so that looks nice. The buckles as well. Details are really, really good on these boots. Nothing to complain. Mine had a flaw, so one of the problems with this statue was that a lot of these figures came with a broken leg here. Mine was just loose, so I was able to glue it back. You can see that a little bit there where the glue left some residues there. Painted over that so you cannot see it almost. So that's fine with me in the end. But still, it was a little bit of a sour pill when she came and had a loose leg, and I already knew that a couple of the other statues here of my friends who got her had broken legs, so I was a little bit worried that mine could break as well. So I repaired it. Sideshow sent me a replacement body. That body has a little bit of problems with the arms of this figure fitting in well, so they've just sent me the body but not the arms, which of course is also a bit unreasonable again, but well, anyway, you know when you send a figure that the arms need to fit, and that all of these figures are a little bit different, so they could have sent me also the arms for her anyway. So now finally I have 2 bodies and fortunately only 1 base, otherwise I would have been able to display her 2 Catwomans here with the different hand options. But well, if anything happens, I have a replacement body, so I'm happy. The design of the suit looks pretty nice. Overall, of course, black, kind of bluish in there as well. Shades. I really like these different kind of types of materials that are used on the suit. So one is really smooth and leathery style here, these parts, and the other one is a little bit of a honeycomb material here, and you can see that she's quite dirty as well, so that looks pretty nice, I have to say. So you've got the little clip here. If you have the whip in her hands, you can place that in. It's a separate part. You also have a whip, and if you display her with the other arm options, you can use that whip there on the hip. Well, this jumpsuit here has a zip line here, which ends practically there where her chest part starts, and where she obviously looks pretty sexy there. Check whether I can show you the skin details. So they're using this translucent resin Prime 1, and this looks really, really good. Very realistic with these paint dots in there. We'll get to the faces later, but that looks really, really good. And then the arms have the same materials. It's one suit, of course. Hands look good. Like the gloves here with these. Focus in there. Come on. So for what? Here we go. So with these knuckles here, designed in this cat head design, and she's got this everywhere here with the buckles on her suit, down on her boots. It looks nice. It's also a little bit too much, maybe. Gets a bit boring. Could have had a little different design on some of those. But it's okay. So here's another one on this little clip. Her rear side looks really sexy as well. Really like that suit. Looks really good. Also these different textures here on her back, as you can see. Well, and then she's of course holding her whip in her arms, which looks pretty good. So this piece has this handle here in the hand. The fingernails look really nice, very long and claw-like fingers, really cool. And then you insert the whip, which is leather material, in there, and then go through this hand, and then, oops, come on, focus there. So this is then very posable, and you can spin it around her if you like, or you can do whatever you want. So I just have it here spinning around her, as you can see, going through her legs, and that looks pretty awesome, I would say. Alright, so let's move up to the hats. So you can display her with this Riddler kind of dynamite collar, which the Riddler uses to hold her captured in his lair. And Batman has to play a game there and needs to solve some riddles, and then the counter here that is on the 6 now, I think it starts with 10 or so, or 15 or whatever. Then it counts down, and finally it releases her if Batman gets all the riddles right, otherwise she explodes. Not too nice. By the way, that's the way it is. The hats look really good. So, as I said, translucent resin. So the skin texture looks really natural. You've got these wounds here, looking really good. The eyes look nice. She's a little bit crossed-eyed in my view. It's not too bad. I think this left eye could have been painted a little bit more to our right, then it would have looked better. But it's not too bad. Lips look nice, nose is good. The hair that comes out of the helmet mask here, or cap or whatever it is, looks nice as well. And she's pretty dirty over here, so very nice paint application. Eyes look good as well. The eyebrows look good, and the eyelashes are painted on there, looking really good as well. This kind of helmet thing here, the cat ears, looks good as well. Hair comes out in the back here as well, and then the goggles here look really nice. So this is the most neutral looking head sculpt It looks good. It lacks a bit of expression, I feel, but still it looks good. So there's another one that I want to show you now, which is a smirking head sculpt. By the way, you're getting these headstands here, which look really good. Show you that later. So let's get the smirking portrait in there. So this looks a bit better in my view. It's a bit more of expression. Really nice smirking look here. And again, it's a little bit crossed-eyed. Again, so her left eye could have been painted a bit more to the right. Anyway, it's critics on a very high level, so really like this head as well. And then let me show you the exclusive, which is basically the head with the goggles down. By the way, you can remove the Riddler collar if you like. And then she looks like this. And I have to say that the exclusive is really, really cool. So she looks badass there. You see that in the expression over her nose. She's got the goggles down and ready to kick some ass. This is probably one of my most favorite hats for her. It looks just amazing. It's really good. Okay, so let's change up her hands for a second, her arms. So let's remove this one here. Together with the whip. And this goes out as well. So then she's got a relaxed arm here on the left. And she's got this arm here to the right. And what you can do is you have basically 3 different diamonds that fit in there. Now you can also place her whip in there, just like that. And then you have this look here. She holding the diamond in the right hand, the whip on the hip, and a relaxed right arm, left arm. So that looks very cool. I think it doesn't look that good with the exclusive because she's too angry there to just hold a diamond in her hand. So I think that look is nice for the smirking head, where she's just coming from one of her night tours and she stole that diamond somewhere, and now she's just looking happy. So you've got this one here, and you've got a blue one, which looks good as well. Gives it a little bit more different colors with the red goggles there and the blue diamond. Let's get you a 360 here for a second. She has a really sexy stand there on the base. So I think that pose is super nice. That looks really good. Then the last one is just a transparent one without any color, which looks nice as well, as you can see. Well, as I said, you have these little head stands here, two of them, where you can place the extra heads on there if you do not use them. So, as I said, the statue was released pretty late in the line, and they've started to do these headstands, for example, for the Suicide Squad figures, which already were released then when she was announced and got on PO, and I think they changed their mind, Prime 1, and realized that giving us these headstands here, if you have more than one portrait, just makes a lot of sense. It's not too expensive, but really adds value for the customer. So we've got the stands for her, not for any other figure in the Arkham line, unfortunately. But anyway, we'll take it if you get it. Alright, so that was basically my review on Catwoman. I think she's a really, really very sexy statue. So now that we also will get Poison Ivy, we get the Sirens. We have all the Sirens together, Catwoman, Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy, and that will make a fantastic trio. So I'm looking very much forward to receiving Ivy and then displaying these three together. So I'm very happy that we've got Catwoman in the Arkham Knight line. As I said, I hope we will get another Catwoman in the comic format. I hope from Hush, and I hope soon. So we'll see whether she will top her here. And well, if we get it, and that's probably talking about 2 or 3 years in the future, I will definitely make a comparison review to check out whether she or whether which of these Catwomans is ultimately better. So I hope you liked it. Please give it a like, and please comment down below what you think about this figure, and then please also subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell to not miss any new videos coming here soon. Thanks a lot for watching, guys, and see you next time. Bye bye.